RiME before. I've actually never heard of RiME before. I guess it came out in May, so that's barely over a month ago. Katie recommended this. She previously had Stardew Valley on her subblock. I'm excited to check it out for the first time. Oops. Cool. We'll be like drawing the ring in Mount Doom. Keela works. Has this developer made anything else notable that I should know about? The game's really pretty just to start with here. Hi, Tiny Dargan. I really like this game's graphical style. You can just timestamp it as skip this. You can maybe put a summary of the plot there. Oh no, we fell into winter TV and we gotta rescue Marie, and we'll lose memory of her if we don't rescue her. Bummer. Time to time. That's funny, Brewski. Katie is an artist. She's an art teacher in Philadelphia. Childhood friend of Andrea. Well, it makes sense. She makes an extremely pretty game. He's a cute kid. Brewski's son likes to command you to do things, and he walks around with both hands behind his back like he's a North Korean dictator. Be like, outside! And be like, can you say please? Like, outside, peace. This game looks really good so far. I haven't played it at all, it's just very pretty. I love this kind of art style, the Witness / Skyward Sword approach. Very bright colors. I'm really glad we're done with the like mid-2000s obsession with brown and bloom. The look of Twilight Princess. I had to move the controller to move the character here. Kind of reminds me of like Eco or Shadow of the Colossus. Yep. Main character art. Guessing it's nothing like The Witness. I guess we'll see that. Eco or Last Guardian. So I can jump. Yeah, right. Little kid in tribal clothing in a big, gorgeous environment. Press X to hay. There's a roll button. Hey, yay, yay, yay. Ooh. That's interesting. Ha! I wasn't expecting that to happen. Alright. Those are like exploration vases. You swim, that's cool. Water's very pretty. And things were like, hot? So yeah! I wonder how far I can swim. I want to test it at the very beginning here. Ah, jellyfish block your progress. That's cute. Okay, so I can't use that to get around the island. Whoa, it's a big tower. This is a great opening so far. Oh, I can swim underwater. That's cool. It's like I can do so indefinitely. Sometimes, like, having an air meter just... It's not interesting, you know? Not worth doing, even if it would make sense. This is kind of the opposite of RiME so far, right? It's very tropical. Jump. I know, right? Get in water, car wash, close. You're close. That's almost right. Whoa, forced camera angle. Mowgli looking kid. Oh man, you could probably make a Jungle Book Shadow of the Colossus game. Wow. Game's pretty big. Interesting, the hey button is now a hum button. I think he's humming along with the game music, which is kind of like Transistor. There is a button to do that too, which is cool. Oh, the new Crash Bandicoot game is tomorrow? Cool, Andrew will probably want to play that. Alright, so the hey button is a context-sensitive do button. Okay, I see. I see. There's your little baby. Calm your tits. Do you have multiple little baby pigs that you need? Okay, she probably has multiple little baby pigs that we need to bring back to her. Look at all the piggies. Peg, 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 peg. Happy piggies. Get between wild animals and their kids, yeah. Great idea. Definition of safe. Does this game have falling damage? It has. That didn't happen. I like that. It doesn't seem like the kind of game where like a death sequence would be appropriate. Oh, I see. Okay. Right, and they've done the conveyance with the fruits that the pigs like them, right? They won't cross the bridge though. Maybe the mama wants one. Can't pet the pig. Literally unplayable. Yay! Solved puzzle. Happy piggy. I like the context-sensitive music. That's cool. Okay, so I see what this game's all about. Right on. So there's little beacons all around the island, which are different puzzles that we need to complete. And as we complete puzzles, it will send something back to the center of the island. That's cool. Yeah, this game's really pretty. This is probably my favorite art style, the kind of Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild approach. Just very bright and colorful. And very stylized. Like, this game will age very well, right? Yeah, I can see the brothers comparison. There's a really good game. do that on stream at some point. Favorite use of game mechanics as storytelling. Witness does that too. Need to beat the Witness. Andrew and I played it for a couple hours and never finished it. Although I think maybe beating the Witness is kind of beside the point. That's my sense that I got from it. So I can definitely dive. Can't climb up after diving, can I? As far as I know. And certainly hum a whole shitload. Kid's not really a jumper. Every button I press makes me dive more. These look like climbable things on the walls here, and I can't like jump out of the water. So, knowing that, maybe I'll come back here later. Yeah, Conveyance Island. Exactly. I still think that if you handed the Witness to an alien race that could manipulate a controller, they could play it.
Conveyance means show, don't tell.
More beacons off this way. There's definitely a staircase. There's a way for me to get to that one. I don't know if we get... It doesn't seem like the kind of game that has abilities, but... Maybe we'll learn something later that lets us get onto that island. I don't think we want to take the water to get to that. There's probably jellyfish everywhere down there. Yeah. That's a cool way to block you. It's a classic problem. How do you contain the player in your obviously finite game world? Everybody tries to solve it differently. Jump here? Nice. Hey, climbing conveyance. It's like 2 meter. Oh, what's this? What's this? It's just a little animal statue. It doesn't appear to do anything. Interesting. Very interesting. Don't make your world finite. There you go. Just start, like, procedurally generating everything like Minecraft once you get to the edges of the map. The center of the map is all authored content. Why don't they just make infinite content? It'd be a pretty good line. I love climbing games. I don't know what it is about games like this. I feel like this is the better evolution to me of the old school platformer. Although it's a very different genre from something like, you know, Mario 64. There's another person on this island with a weird cloak. That's interesting. Yeah. Well, I don't even mean to appreciate the Witness from a storytelling perspective, but appreciate it from a love the music whenever you finish one of those. It kind of fits into the existing ambient sound naturally. That's so cool. But appreciate the mechanics. If you could play through and beat the game, if you could manipulate a controller, whether you understand what's going on is beside the point. It'd be a very, like, Voyager Golden Record game, I think. Jump down and use your sailcloth. I know, right? It's kind of like how I keep trying to aim with the Breath of the Wild gyro. Really, Ratchet? That's exciting. I love that game. another thingy over there. Little fox statue. Purpose of which I don't yet know. I love that we've all agreed upon, like, there's so many climbing games now that have iterated. I think that Shadow of the Colossus was maybe the first one to do that, where you, like, hold your arm out to indicate to the player that if you press the jump button now, you will snap to the next ledge. It's something that just, it feels like the right way to do things, but you have to think about how, you know, someone had to come up with that for the first time, and other developers had to kind of agree to keep doing it. There's a lot of little things like that in other genres. It's pretty neat to think about. Okay, so we'll probably be able to get these later on. I appreciate that this game... Oh, we could have gotten them from the first point. Okay. I'll try to find the earlier fox. I appreciate that this game doesn't give you button prompts very often. Kind of lets you just press the buttons and try to figure it out. It does well for its lack of UI, right? Okay, climbing up here, so you're going around. Yeah, I agree. Breath of the Wild does not have... Zelda is a good character, but it's not about characters. Kind of brings it back more towards the Zelda 1 feel. It's more about exploration. Yeah. Okay, so I can grab them. Just gotta press the right button. I got the little fox statue. Nice. Those might be optional collectibles. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, Aurora Borealis. Or Aurora Australis would be Northern Hemisphere centric. Oh, it's just a super early one that I could have done, apparently. Interesting. This game's even prettier at night. Wow. Look at that. Let me follow the thing this time. This is pretty similar to The Witness, though. Yeah, I've never seen a real-life aurora. When Andrew and I were in Australia, we tried to go somewhere without any light pollution to see if we could see the Milky Way. I've never been somewhere with low enough light pollution that I could see it. Interesting. So we gotta find one more to unlock the fox, as it were. I think it might have to be that island I couldn't figure out earlier, but I'll check up here just in case. Yeah, I see one up there, but I don't think that's meant to be accessible yet. I know, right, Yukiko? I've always lived places with lots of light pollution. I can make out Orion pretty okay. Most of the places I've been, if you just go to like farm country. I already did that. I think that's the last beacon, so we have to figure out how to do this island. It must be doable. Not that kind of water. Belly flop. Big Dipper's a pretty easy one to spot. Really spiky? That's cool. Like, they just... I wonder, like, what sort of engine is controlling that, or if they just manually change the night sky depending on whether it's in Civilization or not. That's cool. I like the night sky in FF14. It's very pretty. I didn't realize until I watched that really cool 1.0 documentary. Even if you don't play Final Fantasy XIV, have no intention of ever playing it, if you're interested in a well-produced, like, 2-ish hour documentary about what happens when a game is terrible and a company decides to spend money to try to fix it. Really, really good. Anyway, I didn't realize that they were like secretly making one of the moons in Final Fantasy XIV bigger. They didn't say anything in the patch notes about it. They just let players notice it, which that's really cool, I think. Oh, I was able to climb up. There's a little climbing conveyance there. Alright, my bad. I guess I didn't learn the climbing conveyance yet, so I didn't know to stop there. Which I should have known from playing Tomb Raider. It's the same approach. Oh, there's Astrologian quests about the constellations? That's cool. It's a cool thing to format your quests around, right? I love that as a creativity tool to like pick a theme, colors, constellations, biomes. It's a good game, Ratchet. If you play it, give me a heads up. Play on our server. Get you hooked up. I recommend it. It's a good game. I would recommend playing it more as a single-player JRPG than as an MMO. If you go into it expecting it to be WoW, you're gonna have a bad time. Put the GU, Ratchet. No RiME yet. Beacon puzzles. What's up, Fox? Whoa! Interesting. Cool. I was like, are they going to give me abilities? This is more interesting, though, I think. I kind of like the fact that there's an explicit lack of snow at the beginning of this game. Yeah, that seems worth it. Ratchet. It's a great game to play on controller. It's all balanced around using a controller. It looks like The Witness, I think, Chaos is what we were thinking. Or like Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild. I know, right, Ikupo? I'd have to bow out after about an hour if I were watching somebody else play it. That's too cool. Like the hey button became a hum button and now it's a button. There's a crystal over here. Interesting. Temporary, because it's shaped kind of like a ha 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 ha. That's really cool. Because he's shaped kind of like an hourglass, but he still isn't quite an hourglass, but it's enough for a gamer to recognize what that means. Awesome. Yeah, then it went back down. Cool. Keep barking, pupper. So far, I have to say I recommend this game. It's only 6 hours long, which is a good length for a game like this, I think. Aww. And Fox is a cat pupper. I like there's like a weird brush effect on the fox when it's moving. It's like this after image paintbrush. It looks really cool. That's 2. Okay. It's just that I have to be quick about it. Okay, not too quick about it. The lighting's really pretty in this game too. It's a good way to introduce. I think that's the first time we've seen the sun. I wonder if it moving to daytime was something that happened secretly, or if it's just a coincidence. The sun happened to be there at that moment. Yahaha! I love the context-sensitive do button. Interesting. I thought it was going to be a perspective puzzle there. And maybe it still is. Yeah, I kind of like the lack of lens flare. Whoa. It is a perspective puzzle. Cool. Oh, this game is delightful so far. Yeah, I really like that there's no lens flare. I don't know, that effect is... It's like the water on the lens thing. I don't like it. Interesting. Some kind of temple. Okay, you want to go a certain way and they make you drop down there. Shaped like a skull. Interesting. I think that light generally means press square. This is an interactable object. Ooh, I see. Conveyance grease. Face shape skull. That's true. That's true. Whoa. Alright, yeah. Clearly. Shadow of the Colossus, right? Baby lizards. Come with a name for this genre. It's like Eco Shadow of the Colossus. How do I get... Oh, I have to move the other one. I see. Clever. So we've just learned 2 mechanics. And now we're going to combine them for a emergent puzzle. I forget, it may have been the indie movie. I'm trying to remember where I saw it, but Jonathan Blow, as much as he's a kind of a pretentious dick, was talking about how his level design was all totally emergent, that he just had an idea which was like, you know, what if there's something that's immune to time travel, and that automatically created all the levels related to that power? Because he's like, well, what if an enemy's immune to time travel? What if a key is immune to time travel? What if a door is immune to time travel? What if a platform is immune? What if the player is immune? Like, all of those levels just come out naturally from that basic first idea. That's really cool to me. Cool. Smoother block pushing than Zelda. That is really smooth block pushing, isn't it? Just kind of happens. You can move it side to side, nice and clean. He isn't like going multiple pushes. It's one of those where, like, yeah, it's useful to show that you're exerting and that it's hard to do, but sometimes the speed and smoothness feels more satisfying. It's a really pretty vista. This game is cool. What do they taste like? Interesting. What does that afford me at all? Like in lens flare to auto-tune. I hear that. Can be used well. Then when it's used well, you don't notice it, right? Oh, alright, so introduce the idea of rotating one of those things. Okay, and there's only certain orientations where it's usable, presumably? That's correct. Okay, so the Magneto Mask pillars I see. Okay, right on. Not actually movable, but this one is. Cinematic thing, great. Curious, I'm not sure if this is what we actually want. Okay, alright. That's cool. Oh! Ah, that's delightful. That's brilliant. Awesome. Now, we put it back here, presumably. Probably need to move it more from there. Mess it in a second. Come on. Yeah, we have lots of tricks to do that. That makes sense. Chromatic aberration bugs me too, but I've only really seen it very bad in Bloodborne. Hey Burner, how you doing? Context sensitive hey button keeps changing. Safe way down. Hey Link, what's up? There's the person with the robe again. Gonna be gone as I turn the corner. Oh man, storytelling through murals! Interesting. Interesting. Sorry to hear that, Burner. What's wrong? And props to Katie. I'll make sure I send her this VOD. Interesting. Huh. So it's shaped like a key. I like how they didn't even introduce this golden perspective puzzle until the second part here. Oh, I didn't know this was on Switch. I should have gotten it on there. Right on. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Burner. That's a bummer. I have it on PS4. It would have been good to have as a portable game. I'll probably get Andrew to play this. I think this is up her alley. I'll have to finish it on stream first, obviously. When does the Switch version come out? Fox is back. Okay. I see. I see. Maybe the fox is trying to get my attention and not mess with this just yet. My condolences, good luck. Huh. Let's see, there's 3 of those little green orbs. This is the lowest one. Once we get to the highest one, that's on like the edge of the bridge. Okay. Q3 2017, right on. Yeah, we'll see how often Katie keeps it on sub-block options. I really like it. It just fades to black and puts you back. Yeah, we don't need to show you that. It's not that kind of game. Jump. We've walked over several bridges without having them collapse so far. We're gonna have to go really fast to trigger all of them. Timer. I see. So we got to start moving right away as soon as we trigger that. Okay. So this is doable, very aggressive timing if it works the way I think it works. So, let's see. It's a little bit too aggressive to be possible. There must be something else we can do. I don't think that's happening. Could try jumping across here after I lift this thing. Give it a shot. Maybe we'll get a new ability, but it doesn't seem like the kind of game that would give you new abilities, right? Oh, does it trigger... It amplifies your voice and triggers everything in range. That's a cool way to figure out how it works. Ha 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 ha. Awesome. Alright, alright. I see how it is. Oh, the puzzle design in this game is great. Right? It's like... teach you the mechanic in an earlier area when we get here that you need to get them all to trigger simultaneously in a place where it's possible to do that, and then put you in a situation where you can't possibly do them all at once. Yeah, that's pretty grand. I know, right? Pushing is really smooth in this, it's great. Is this what games are like in 2017? Right, Spiky. Oh, compelling content. Alright, so there's an exit there. I don't think we want to be on the bottom, but I don't know where I'm going to go instead. Is this conveyance gold? Okay, I guess I should have known that from the earlier gold. Whoa! That's gnarly. It's like a big yelling lighthouse. I like the way the music changes when you do that too. Okay. So what does hitting that thing do? There's clearly another one that I have to be able to reach basically the same time. 6 o'clock Pacific. Oh, okay. Hang on. Yeah, we were in the middle of one that was nearing an hour. we hadn't fast forwarded. Whereas the one with Nanako was about an hour and a half, I think. I really, really, really like this game. This is definitely going on my short list. I think this is unfortunately the kind of game that gets kind of punished by the 10 SP minimum vote cost. So that'll be another thing that'll be on the next the summer survey. Waiving the minimum vote cost. Whoops. I stagger the auctions by about 4-ish hours every time we do them, so it'll eventually be at a time that's fair. That's a really good question, Game Saucer. There we go. Whoa, didn't see the moon before. I love how just flat it is. It's really pretty. The controls in this are really tight, by the way, because I should mention that too. If it wasn't clear from moving the blocks around, like, I have never thought something and had the kid not do it. Because, like, there's just the right amount of give and the platforming. Like I've said before when we were doing Mario Maker back in the day, like, if you intend for the player to make a difficult jump, like, test the jump when it's pixel perfect and then add at least 1 or 2 more tiles. Hey, thanks, Kuwari. Welcome. Just wait until Metal Gear Solid 4. Yeah. Talk about a movie game. I see. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think MGS3 was pretty much perfect. It's a little front-loaded, but after that... Oh, right on. I love that the fox pulls you away from this puzzle when you get here the first time, right? Because you're like, I can solve this, and the fox is like, no, 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 come here. That's a cool way to introduce you to something that's not surmountable the first time you meet it, without, because a lot of games that would try to do that would put the player in a situation where they're like, I have to solve this now, right? There has to be a way for me to do it, and they would just be stuck for a long time until they finally gave up and tried something else. But the fox was a really great way to still give you that sense of this is insurmountable and immediately draw your attention away from it. Oh, I keep wishing I could use the sailcloth. Whoops! Yeah, that didn't happen. Volpine, bro, what's up? Thanks. He's even giving you a shortcut tip on how to get down most efficiently. The fox is the correct way to do a Fee-type character, right? There's no dialogue that you have to click through. Nothing that's extremely obvious. I think this game just saves automatically every so often. That would be my guess, at least. Seems like that sort of game. Sweet. Actually not sure where to turn that in. One of 2 keys, presumably. RiME isn't on the list of... Well, no, you'd have to get it on the Twitch app. Screw that place. Hey, I wonder where the other key is. I'm actually not sure, but this seems like a good place to check. Haha. Interesting. Angry pig. I like the little icon that says this isn't interactable. This isn't just something pretty in the environment. There's something you can do with this, right? Little orange butterflies. Okay, so that temporarily opens that. But we can't. Okay, so we need to use the boar. Okay, when we came into this area, the boar automatically ran ahead, and we established that it's able to break through. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Oh, this game has such good level design. I love it. I'm gonna be bummed. I want to keep playing it. I'll talk to Katie. Alright. Bright light. The lighting in this game is really good. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Can't jump with it. Okay, I have to throw it from there. I see now. Okay, I can do that. That's what they're trying to show us with this little thing that shows your throw strength. Yeah, I can hear that, Spiky. Let's stand a little bit closer. Okay. Yeah, definitely more puzzle than platformer. I agree with that. Over-tossed it. Ah, shit. I thought maybe I could get it and then throw it up again. So maybe they give you a separate one there if you screw it up.
Whoops. You win again, Gravity!
I did not mean to do that. Okay, I think we're alright this time. Threw it more straight. Cool. Yeah, even the door opening animation is really pretty. This is one of the only games I've played like this that, like, doesn't feel sinister at all, right? I really like The Last Guardian, Shadow of the Colossus. I haven't played Eco, but I know enough of that style to imagine it's also pretty dark. The game doesn't feel dark at all. And, like, I've always associated this kind of genre of puzzle game as having this kind of sinister feeling to it. Maybe that'll change later. Definitely woke up on an abandoned island and started by, like, screaming for help, so... Interesting. Oh, okay. I think I see. So, we have a finite number of switches we can manage here, right? I get it. That's pretty cool. We're gonna bring in the RiME. Yeah. I'm gonna play the FF10 trial music. See, this is a pretty natural evolution of the system we just established of spheres. This is basically an FF10 trial, isn't it? There we go. I like how that little loop keeps it trapped in here so it doesn't fall off the ledge, because that would be super annoying. That's how we get out. Okay, and we move the bottom one to the middle now. Confirm or disconfirm that suspicion. Here we go. Oh, that's a cool twist on that puzzle. Nice. I wonder if this game was inspired by The Witness. I feel like it's too like polished to have been not already significantly in development at the time The Witness came out, because The Witness is a pretty new game too, right? Perspective puzzles definitely remind me of it. Gonna lose it soon, Yukiko. I think Andrew and I are gonna be done with Season 5 on our 79th pass through. Like, right before... I love the hooded person, that's really cool. Right when they take it off, it's just down to 6 through 10. Oh, they're with the fox. That's interesting. I can slightly move the camera during that. 6 is the movies, though, right? The movies definitely weren't Fox, because they make fun of Fox during them. Interesting. I'm the prince, presumably, is what that's trying to tell us. Whoa, long hallway. What a thrill. I'm not gonna play the sound effect, this is too cool. So. Ooh, it was giving me free sun. That was a really cool way to use murals to, like, name a character, right? No voice acting. You're talking about in RiME? Oh no, there's collectibles to find. I'm just not exploring for them at the moment. I found a couple of them. I don't think I can bring up a list of the ones I found. Ooh. No, I think you only find them when you bump into shit. There's a bunch of circle tokens you can find and a bunch of animal statues. I'm also okay with that, though. I don't think every game needs to have a bunch of optional collectibles. It can be nice to reward additional exploration. Linear experiences are okay, too. Find out you don't have a key. Right. I wonder if you need to find all the little animal statues and stuff to play the whole game, or if that's just for fun. Yeah, for sure, though. Wow. Just nothing but ocean in every other direction. This game is cool. Frosty. Heavy break. That's neat. Interesting. Okay, so this will be like a base of operation. We move that thing, it changes the time of day. Huh. Yeah. We do the other one here. The difference in size, right? Still can't cross in there. Presumably that's changing something about the island, right? Interesting. We finish rotating it the rest of the way here. Oh yeah, for sure. Eco Shadow of the Colossus and maybe even Lost Guardian. Okay, so the little one we're not able to mess with at all. The big one we're able to trigger in 3 different configurations, right? That looks like a bad time down there. Oh, we can see the person with the cape way off in the distance. That's cool. Oh, I see what's happening. It's getting the moonlight to reflect on the door. Oh, that's very Lord of the Rings. And then it keeps rolling on its own track. That's pretty neat. Is it possible to get it to reflect on both of them? Probably not, right? As time keeps moving. What if I push it the opposite direction? I don't think so. I think... Wait, maybe not. Definitely a moonlight door puzzle. I think maybe having the 2 moon pillars might be relevant at some point as well. Yeah, I love having just the little figure out there watching us from across the bridge. Please don't even talk about potentially giving hints. Thanks. We're about at time anyway, so we'll probably have to move on. You can discuss at an exclamation point hide if you'd like. Should be the only thing I can interact with, right? Oh. I see. I'm just barely the size of this thing. I have to match the other statue. But can you discuss that in hide, please, Mega Man? Thanks. Okay. Should be able to do it from here, right? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, right, sir. Pretty much. Yeah, I didn't realize that it was the shadow that was what was lining up. I guess all the other puzzles up to that point should have brought me to that conclusion. It's a good way to end here. Nice. Yep, there's a little saving icon. Fantastic. That's RiME. Really cool game. Really excited to play it at greater length. We'll be back in a few minutes with the next subblock game, which is Dot Hack. Take me a few minutes. I have to switch over to the PS3 for it. Be back soon. Thanks.